Richard, you're doing a show called Tran and Black down in Christchurch to raise funds for the Isaac Theatre Royal. Tell us a bit about what we can expect to see.
I shall be on stage with some lovely musician friends of mine. In fact, my brother is going to be playing tenor sax with us. And then we have Derek Jacob and Nigel Masters from Kokomo, and Mike Kirk, a lovely guitarist who also occasionally plays with Kokomo, which is a blues group up from the Bay of Plenty. And we have a drummer with us that we auditioned actually. We kind of like had a little competition down in Christchurch, and lovely Sebastian Warren got the gig, and he's going to be playing with us. And I shall be nattering and talking about various subjects that I find interesting and humorous maybe, or provocative, thought-provoking, and singing a few songs, rock and roll mostly rock and roll songs. So I've decided to stay mostly with the 50s, truthfully, because it's always joyous. I don't know what it is. There's always something joyous about free-chord rock and roll from the 50s. It's compelling.
But we're going to get the time warp.
You may, if they're good. If they're good, they may get the time warp. If they're appreciative and friendly and kind, and we see smiling faces out there, all that kind of stuff. We're all there for the one reason. All of us, the audience and us on stage, are all there for the same reason. We are there to raise funds for the theatre, and that's what we're going to be doing. The audience are just as important as I am, because we're there for that charitable need to refurbish and bring that theatre back to life.
Let's talk about Rocky Horror Show. You created it 40 years ago. Did you ever expect it to still be running 40 years later, or become such a cult hit?
No, and I didn't know that it would. I thought with most things, a generation finds it, and they grow on and grow up and grow past it, and the following generations aren't privy to that, or they say that was them, that was old hat, that was Grandad, like that kind of stuff. We're modern, but Rocky seems to keep finding new and young audiences, which is quite extraordinary. It's almost like a rites of passage for people to go through. There's something about Rocky which is endearing and liberating, and I find that it's. I sat in Germany, in East Germany, just after the wall came down, and there were two little girls at the end of the row, and we were doing Rocky Horror there, and it was in English. The narrator was German. It was German, but the rest of it was in English, and there were two little 12-year-old girls sitting at the end of the row, and they were singing all the words to the songs. And you go, there's two 12-year-old girls in East Germany, and they know the lyrics to these songs. How does that work? And that kind of surprise keeps visiting me, and I don't suppose I'll ever not be sort of overwhelmed and surprised by it, because it is astonishing.